Are you guys like official now?
I think June and I are really enjoying our time together.
Have you ever fell in love or caught feelings for a collab?
Yeah. Haven't we all? Haven't we all?
I'm curious, man. Can you tell us about that? Like,
I think I have.
Brandon definitely had been heartbroken.
Well,
I can see it in his eyes.
Like,
He's hurt.
my mistake was I dated a TikToker. Wait, so what's your sexuality?
Yo, honestly, I would say like I'm like.
So do you think when people label themselves as bi, do you think it's more so like a cover up? You know, maybe they're actually gay, but they want to claim bi for
100%.
You ever got anyone pregnant?
Yeah. Wow. I've never told anyone this, but like, I do have a son.
Welcome to the Wild Podcast.
I'm Brandon Cardoso.
I'm the Julian Barboza.
And this podcast, I already know it's going to be fun. I already know it's going to be a fun one.
This is probably highly anticipated, highly requested. We always talk about this guest. And we got on Drake Vaughn.
Are you guys like official now?
We got no label.
No labels?
Yeah, no
Why
labels.
Well, you know, man, I just think like...
What's stopping you?
I mean, kind of the thing I said earlier, you know, a friendship could last forever, and a relationship, you know, if things kind of fall out, it would kind of ruin a lot of things. So we kind of like to keep
Would
things...
you say there's like anything secret going on?
I mean, look, I'm going to just say this. Look, I think June and I are really enjoying our time together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're really happy with what it's come about right now.
Right.
And yeah. We're happy.
Yeah, we got a podcast. We got a house. Things are going really well, and I think it's best if we just have no label and just keep things going how they are. Yeah, for now. For now. We don't want to rush things or anything come about.
No rings yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
Yeah, but we're happy. That's all that matters, right? We're happy where we're at in life.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Are you single or relationship, or do you talk about that? Or
We talked about it a little bit, but honestly, like it's always changing. You know.
Oh yeah, in and out.
It's always changing. You know,
It happens.
Yo, random, but like, have you ever fell in love or caught feelings for a collab?
No, it's usually the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
And how do you handle that when they catch feelings for you?
Oh man, I mean, what
do you do, man? Are you like a
Sometimes
dirty talker? Or are you just really slinging that? Like, what makes them fall in love?
I used to entertain it just because, like, out of just pure boredom. But recently, I've not recently, but for a while, I've kind of realized like that's not the way to go, because when they catch feelings, and then they kind of get like bitter if you don't like fully embrace it.
Yeah.
You don't fully embrace them, or like get in a relationship with them, or like catch feelings back. So I usually just kind of like let them down pretty easily. Like, hey, like, you know, this is just work. This is, you got to remember, like, you know, everything that happened on set wasn't real, and you know, no hard feelings, but you know,
it's content.
It's content, and it's for the fans, and
I think it's crazy that you even got to say anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, most people kind of get that, but there is a few times that people have caught feelings.
Yo, have you ever had your heart broken?
Yeah, haven't we all?
I'm curious, man. Can you tell us about that? Like,
I think I have. You know,
was it somebody like you were in a relationship with them?
Yeah, it was probably like one of my longest relationships.
How long was it?
Like 2.5 years.
Wow.
2.5 years, and it was kind of like my first serious relationship. And
wait, was it a boy or a girl?
It was a girl.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, as time goes on, you just kind of like drift apart with that person. And
how old were you, or like how recent was it?
I was like 15, 16, 17.
Oh, okay. So like, was that like your first love kind of?
Yeah, low key, like first love. That was like my first heartbreak, and I mean, once you get through that, then it becomes easier, you know.
Right.
You can't really get your heart broken again. You just kind of become cold and like, you know, heartless.
You build your character and
exactly
learn what it's like.
I'm glad it happened, because if it didn't happen, you know, I might be like, you know, kind of a bitch.
You have to get your heart broken.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people got to experience that. It's a crazy experience.
What about you? Have you guys had your heart broken?
Well, I had my first relationship, and I think I did all the learning that I needed to do. Obviously, I was heartbroken. I was sad, but I still believe like I need that one person to really like
believe in true love.
Crush my heart. I don't think my heart's been crushed yet.
Stomped on.
Yeah. What about you? Brandon definitely had been heartbroken.
Well,
I can see it in his eyes.
But I'm gonna say this though. For me, like
He's hurt.
my mistake was I dated a TikToker. That was the mistake there. I don't think you know, you gotta learn, you know, where they're at. And I feel like for me, like I think I just learned that dating is just not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I tried it. I gave it a shot. I learned what it was like being in one. I learned what it was like distancing myself from that person who I thought that I was going to be with for a pretty good time. Yeah. You know, you got to always go through that shit to know that, girls ain't shit.
Yeah, and so, what we do, too, is it's hard to be in a relationship. Like, what we do and, like, our job is, like, some people just don't get it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, I also think, too, this is kind of, but I really cherish friendships now, because I feel like friendships can last forever and relationships don't. You know, if they end, they really end. Facts. Like I think it's really hard to be friends with somebody you're in a relationship with. Yeah, so true. I really don't want to ruin friendships. So that's kind of where I'm at in life. Like if I really cherish a relationship with somebody, I don't want to ruin it.
That's so valid in facts, because I feel the same way. Like if you got a good friendship going on and you get in a relationship, just know it's gonna like
crash.
It's gonna crash. Exactly.
Okay, back to relationships. You ever got anyone pregnant?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I actually am. I've never told anyone this, but like, I do have a son.
Wait, what?
Well, dead ass. Like,
for real?
Yeah. Like, you guys heard it here first. Like, so once upon a time, I was like 15. And the girl I was talking about, my first love. Damn, I should say. So, fuck yeah, no. Yeah, she got pregnant, and we're both young. Like, I ain't ready for that. You're not ready for that. Like, that's what we should do. That's like our best bet. And then I don't know, something happened. She just kind of switched up. Like, I don't know for what. Even her parents were like, "Yo, you should not have this kid. Like, this was like, it happens. It, you know, it was a mistake. Like, should have been plain safe." But yeah, no, she got pregnant and she decided to keep it. And I was kind of scared at first. I was like, wow, like, what do I do? Like, do I stay? Do I run away? Do I like, you know, what do I do? So for the first couple months of the baby's life, like, I was like, you know, our relationship was kind of getting like super like
rocky.
Yeah, because of the baby. It was other things too. But the baby was like...
It's a lot of things all at once.
Yeah, and then a couple months, the baby was born, and then, you know, I was in the baby's life for like a while. Keep in mind, I'm like 16, you know, 7. Like, I don't even know what I want to do with my life. Like, I'm, you know, so confused. So, a couple months, the baby's born, and then our relationship just gets really bad. We're like fighting constantly. We're like at each other's throats. You know, her parents don't like me. Everything, it just becomes like too overwhelming, and then eventually we just break up. And, you know, after that, it just was like, I was just like, all right, let me
you dipped.
I'm gonna do my own thing. And it wasn't like a ghost dip. It was like, all right, you know, you guys
like, just didn't work out, and
you're like, yeah, she's like cheating on me and all this other stuff. So I was like, all right, we gotta break up. You know, I'm not being that faithful either. So it was just kind of like a mutual, like, you know, I'm gonna go my own separate ways. You know, you have fun with all
child.
that with the child. I got to name him though, which was cool. Like,
what's his name?
Jax.
Jax.
Yeah.
Do you check up on him, or you send him some money?
No, it's totally like, totally just no contact. My parents do, like my dad does. He still sees him once in a while, but me, it's just like no contact at all.
Wow.
Damn, bro, I didn't know I was that fertile, like, for real.
Yeah, I would
probably not anymore.
Yeah,
probably not anymore.
No. Should we put it to the test?
Oh, damn, you trying to fertile?
He's trying to do a test, you know. Not.
Are you ovulating right now?
Yeah. Okay, wait. So now I'm trying to think here. So wait, so what's your sexuality?
My sexuality? Yo, honestly, I would say like I'm like confused, closeted,
gay for pay.
Gay.
That's a sexuality, right?
Is it? I don't think that's a sexuality.
It has to be.
In simpler terms, like bisexual. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So bi is real.
Bi is real. I feel like 50-50 bi isn't a thing. I feel like there's always going to be a different like ratio. You know?
So do you think
like be more than one or the other?
So do you think when people label themselves as bi, do you think it's more so like a cover up for like, you know, maybe they're actually gay but they want to claim bi for
100%.
For comfortability?
100%. I feel like Harley's like that.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. I feel like bro's like homie's actually like fully gay, but we'll say he's bi just because there's a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, we talked about it on the Harley episode. If you haven't, guys,
he said it was bi. No, he said it was pan.
He's pan.
Pan, but I told him, I brought it up. I feel like a lot of dudes. What I've noticed too is a lot of guys say that they're bi because they don't want that gay title or label.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's so many times that like me and like Zane like I like put like pretty much right in his face like here you go on a silver platter. And he just like
he didn't
want it, and I was like thinking like as a straight or a bi guy, like you would totally like just like jump right in on that, right? Yeah. But for him, like, you know, like even like last night, like with that girl that I had over, like I was like, yo, join in, like, and he was just like, nah, like.
So what do you think Zane's sexuality is then?
Zane?
Yeah, what do you think his sexuality is?
Zane is on. No, Zane loves to say he's straight, but I mean we've done some like fruity, zesty, like questionable things, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he says he's straight, but I don't know. I feel like he's more or less like, I don't know.
Interesting.
He's had a few Casamigo shots and just like.
No, and it just loosened him up a bit, got him more comfortable.
Super loose. Super loose.
Hey, Zane, we're gonna have to get him on this shit, man. And,
I think it's time we head over to the Patreon.
It is. I think it's about that time.
And if you guys know anything about the Patreon, it gets it's uncensored over there. The reason why we had to make a Patreon is because it gets too wild. Okay, so if you haven't yet, make sure you go check out that link. Drake Vaughn is going to be on our Patreon episode, so if you want to see him do any of those things or me and Brandon with him, make sure you go check out the link. Other than that, guys, what is your socials? I know it is on your shirt, guys, so go ahead and take a screenshot if you want.
But Drake Vaughn XXX on Twitter, DAHZUN 1 on Instagram, Drake Vaughn X on TikTok.
You know where to find me, Brandon Cardoso, all right, or wildthings.vip/Brandon Cardoso is all my other socials if y'all want to see what I do outside the podcast.
And all the other links will be wildthings.vip/Julian. Very easy. But I think we're going to be closing out and heading over. I'm ready to get a little freaky. So make sure you guys go check that out. Other than that, guys, it's the Wild Boys.
And we out. Peace.